my new cut. you feel when you're going through what you're going through. The pain is no different. It's just the circumstances. It's just the situation. It's just the outlook of it. But the inside feeling is the same. That's what I'll be saying about taking having these experiences on psychedelics. One thing that doesn't change is the feeling about the experience, the scariness, the lovingness. These don't change. These feeling things does not change, whether you in that realm or you in this realm. That's why I don't think that realm is really any separate from this realm, because the feelings of that realm doesn't change. And once you control your feelings here, you can control about how you feel in there. You can take away your scariness. Once you stop being scared of not when I say scared, I don't mean, oh, I'm scared, like every time somebody comes. No, I'm talking about scared of taking chances, scared of doing things differently, scared of change, scared of all these different things that you can be scared of. Not just somebody running up on you trying to fight you or trying to pull a gun on you or somebody chasing you. No, not just that scariness, because that scariness is no different than the scariness of trying to start a business, and then going, well, I don't want to do it because, this, and this, and making up all these different things. I mean, you will still have this scariness, but it doesn't, that's the one thing that don't change. And that is just trippy to me. But hold on, let me post the Discord so I can open up the Discord, because, I like to hear everybody else's thoughts on what I'm talking about, because sometimes I do be feeling like I be tripping in the way I be seeing things. Like I was even looking at the movies today. Like all I've been doing was trying to tell the movie the whole day. I was trying to all last night, all today I've been trying to tell the damn movie that it's a movie. Hey, y'all a movie. And it's like, it's impossible to do. You can't. There's no way, there's no logical way that you can tell the TV movie that you watching that you're a movie. It can't even hear you, for one, because it's just playing the roles of what it's supposed to do. It was impossible. It was impossible. But I said, even when I think I got it, it's like I get it, but it's still like so much more to it. It's so much more to it. It's just like, that's just like a small, fractal of it. That's the smallest fractal of it that, it doesn't even mean anything. This thing going slow as molasses. Usually don't go this slow, but I don't know what it is. Thanks for the new subscribers for joining in, and the ones that got channel subscriptions. Thank you also. You are much well appreciated. And then I know it's a lot of new people that's been bounced in. So what you do to the channel, make sure you grab the Discord, because that's the way everybody be able to come in and they be able to chop it up. This is an open channel for people out there to come in and share their experiences. Or if you got a YouTube channel, be sure you share your YouTube channel and things of that nature. Which we're gonna even start like a little thing. I'm gonna start a little thing to where we're gonna go around and we're gonna start watching other people's experiences on YouTube. Cause I've been doing that. I've been going in and talking to people that have DMT experiences and mushroom experiences, and asking them I tell them, okay, I like the video first, and is it okay if we do a reaction video to your video on my channel, to where we all can come together and then we can give our thoughts on the live about what we're seeing.
Sweet.
What we're seeing, in that video right there. And everybody I did it to, they was like, please, man, thank you, Fin Dog, thank you. I just came here to agree with your subject title. Okay, if that's the case, I just put the Discord in right there. You know, I put the Discord in, so you know whether I'm right or I'm wrong, or you
Fancy.
right or you wrong. The Discord is always a place to come, not to go. Hey, you don't know what the fuck you talking about, but it's to come and share your outlook on it because I don't think anybody is wrong in what's going
Mm-hmm.
on with this world right here. The way things is going, I don't think nobody is wrong. Because if it was, you wouldn't be thinking the way you think. You wouldn't be feeling the way you feel. You have a right to feel the way you want to feel. You have a right to think what you want to think, and you are able to accept the things that you want to accept. You know, I'm just here to make the ride a little bit easier. That's it. That's it. I'm just here to make the ride easier. That's what I feel like y'all here to make my ride easier. Cause my ride be crazy as hell. This ride be crazy. What's up with it, artificial light, G-Zo? Can y'all hear me? I can't hear you, Rance. Huh? Oh, man, what's that? I got the roll microphone away. Hold on. Let me connect this right. What we got, bro? There you go. Yeah, can y'all hear me now? Can you hear me clear now, G-Zo?
Hell yeah. Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, yeah. See you on that too. Just making sure it's you are the MC. We are the MC. Y'all basically half the time I do something like y'all telling me what to say. You feel me? That's the only reason I know what to say is because y'all telling me what to say. That's what I be feeling like half the time, bro. Because it's you know it's a long life. Life is a journey, bro. This shit is a movie. It's a movie. That's how come. You know, when you look at even how it works, bro, the stories of life and how it goes and how it works. When you look at a movie, you can't fucking change the movie. You can't make the movie stop being the movie. Now, even if we can like do certain things in life, all we're doing is taking stories and running with this story over here or that story over there, or making up our own story, compressed from a gang of stories that we got from. Like, cause I hear it all the time when we even go, oh, that's what the ancients used to do, and it's like, okay, so since our ancestors used to do it, that makes it right. We live in the same stories over and over again. We don't even know how to change the stories, how to make the stories different. We don't know how to make love not love and make hate not hate. These things will forever be what they are. These motherfuckers is not gonna change. They will forever be what they gonna be, despite how we decide to use them. They not gonna stop from being love. It's not gonna stop from being love, and hate is not gonna stop from being hate. Hunger is not gonna stop from being hungry. Everything must eat. It's like everything gotta eat, bro. You feel me? And
I think
go ahead.
I think that it all can change. Everything that we know can change because we have the abilities to make things, and everything that we know now was made for us to be able to be all together. Now, the way that we've done it though has separated us, and the most prime example of violence is slaughtering, and we mimic that because it's all in us, or it was all in us at one point, and or maybe not, and that is what we reflect on. So when we reflect, we have to include eating meat and drinking milk, like cow milk, because it was already in us. So that is it. It's trying to be, um, it's trying to be reconciled, because we're trying to defend it because we loved it so much, or I loved it so much, and people love it so much.
Right, right. Okay, Rance. I like the whole meat eating thing. It wouldn't even bother me if I didn't see animals eat. If I don't, meat eats meat. There's nothing here that don't eat something else or drink something. There's nothing here that doesn't do that. That is the reality. Now, you stopping to eat meat, okay, if that's what you want to do, that's okay, if that makes you feel better. But if you think a lion gonna stop eating zebras just because you turn vegetarian, it's not gonna happen.
It could happen because I could go and get the lions and train them and secure them and have them eat vegetables.
And then
If that was a goal of mine.
then the lion is going to go extinct because meat has certain things in the lion's diet that it needs. It's not just going to get skinny. That motherfucker going to die.
No, it's gonna evolve.
Man, every time
It's gonna evolve.
He gonna be pissed.
It's gonna evolve.
He might eat you for feeding him vegetables. You bring another tomato out here if you want to. If you don't go get a cow or something or a pig or something, shit. Lions don't even know about pork, but they'll eat it if it was in the
And it's the same thing with language too. So like when you say hunger and love and hate is all going to be the same thing at the end because it's that same feeling. It can change because deception is in the way. You don't know how much deception there is because the person that's controlling the universe is also controlling you and controlling me because we all live in this universe and we haven't tapped into that yet unless you have.
and like another thing though, bro, some people just don't want to be good, okay? Like,
Yeah,
I know it's hard to accept that, but some people just want to do bad. Some people just want to kill people. Some people just want to, like, this shit is never gonna stop, bro. Like, right now, we fight, we in the gang already. You already know what sex you claim. You can't even say, can't nobody in this motherfucker say they ain't from the same, we all from the same set, most of them, United States. That's right. Big chill from Canada. I'm just saying, but we all from the United States. You feel me? We already in a gang. You feel me? We already conditioned to be a certain way, to feel a certain way, to act a certain way towards anything that opposes that one thing that we believe. And it's wild, bro. It's wild. But that was trying to always
If it's the good way, if it's the good way, it's not selfish.
it feels selfish. Whether it's good or bad, how not?
Because good is the ultimate. It's a path
Yeah, but
that we should all take.
in order to be good, you gotta, what's bad? What's on the other side of that? What are you making bad? Oh, eating meat. You know, and other things of that nature. That people like to do. Now you're taking away from what people like to do and you're telling them you have to do what I want you to do because this is what I like to do and it's good for me, so it should be good for you too.
But there's an overarching goodness that aligns people and that brings people together in a positive way. So it's like negative and positive numbers. You know that the positive numbers are of value. Negative numbers are of value, but they take away from the value. And zero is zero that has no value, but it's its own value. So if we know that there's a distinct positivity and there's a distinct negativity, we should try to be positive because positive is of something that is tangible in this universe, and it makes us evident. That's what we're trying to be. We're trying to be evident in this universe so that we can last.
If you calculate the numbers like you calculate life, so you're looking at the negative numbers as being a certain way, negative, and you're looking at the positive numbers as being something that's positive. But it's like they're equal though. They're the same thing. But you making it good and you making it bad. Now that's already programmed you with this thought of separation of that right there. So when you take that and you add it to life, you're gonna have the same outlook with people. The program is at work. The program is at work. It uses you. You feel me? It uses us. And we don't even know that it's using us. We think we're using it, but the program is using us. What's up, Alley Cat?
Hello.
I'm surprised when I came to Discord with nobody in here today.
Oh, we were in Ty's or
Oh.
his live.
Oh yeah, y'all make sure y'all tap into that Just Ty said, where's the balance in that? Everybody say that you need balance in order to be. And it's like, okay, like you do need balance in order to be. That is what to be. But I think that's what you like. That's like what we feel like, because we want to be good. We want to be a certain way, and you know, but people that are evil.
What's up, everybody? And welcome back to another Sandbox curation. I said next week.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Maddie.
Hey, what's up? Welcome back, crypto fans. This is Open NFT, and today we are going over the Decentraland marketplace and the recent upswing in the wearables and how popular they are. And again, welcome to this channel. This is Open NFT, where we talk about non-fungible tokens, the games evolving around them, and how this whole scene is prospering and maturing very fast, and it's super exciting. So go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, join the journey with me, and learn about NFTs and all the things that do with it. Let's get into it. So recently, Decentraland obviously launched, and then they had wearables that you can put on your avatar, and they also updated the marketplace. It changed a little bit, which is pretty cool, and they're kind of evolving it. As you can see, they have different colors of wearables, and it says epic and uncommon and stuff like that. So lately, there was a giveaway in the treasure hunt, and they gave away a lot of like mythic items, stuff like that, that was really cool, kind of, I don't want to say one-offs, but maybe only 10. So what I did is I went on Decentraland's blog, and they pretty much broke down how the collectible categories will be minted in the amounts and what it's going to be called. So as you can see, they have Swanky, which is 5,000 will be minted, and it's going to be green. So if you're in the marketplace, let's find a green one. So green would be Swanky. As you can see, it says max supply 5,000. So that means there's going to be 5,000 of these Decentraland shirts ever made. Now, that might seem like a lot right now, but I have a feeling in a year or two, when there's 50 to 100,000 people running around on there, 5,000 is not going to be a lot. So that's what that means. Epic is going to be blue. So let's go ahead and find a blue one. And there's some earrings. There's quite a few epics. Colorful hat, pineapple eyewear, monocle eyewear, umbrella hat. Let's just click down and see this. As you can see, max supply 1,000. And it varies on the pricing too. I've noticed that obviously the Swanky, the prices I've seen on OpenSea have been really, really low. We'll get to OpenSea right now, but I just wanted to go over the colors with you. And you know, obviously the more the mintiness, they have one with 10,000, I believe, so it's like uncommon or something. It's orange. Those are going for like maybe 5 now, something like that right now. But let's get to legendary. So legendary is going to be purple, I believe. So yeah, right here, yellow garment, trousers. As you can see, it's a max 100. So there's only be 100 of these minted. So if you see a wearable on the Decentraland marketplace with a purple background, most of the time with any purple picture, even on like OpenSea, you'll see it like this. It's going to be a legendary item. And then going to mythic, it's going to be pink. Let's find a pink one right here. So we have a diamond skull. As you can see, there's only 10 of these bad boys. So, and look what they're asking, 39,700 mana. I don't know if someone's going to pay that or not, but it just kind of tells you, how rare they feel it is going to be. And then as far as the unique, I don't know what color it is. I couldn't find just the one. So if someone else in here knows what color, you go and comment below and let me know. We can add it in there. But yeah, I've never seen just the one unique. It's probably super, super.
feel like all of these projects can collaborate and integrate within each other to provide more of a use case for all of them. But specifically for Sketchfab, I am no sort of developer of any type, any sort of. I don't know anything about but I was just went to Sketchfab, website where you download my animation like this. I clicked downloadable and animated, and I searched something about the Decentraland. And suddenly, this is all these things that you can download, animated. So say I want to add this to my land, right? I can click this. It has a Creative Commons license is what I have to be the person that needs the original work. That's the only thing I believe I have to read that license. But basically, this right here, Wyvern, I can add this animation so easily into my Decentraland builder. So download 3D model, enter this file, I go over here to the builder and I scroll down here, I can add the after tags and upload that zip file, and suddenly I can drag and drop that, and it looks like this now. So look at that, right? You have that animation, you have that exact item in Decentraland. So this is the Decentraland builder. I don't know how to do that, but this is the Decentraland builder, and now suddenly, if I want to upload this into Decentraland, all I have to do is click publish. It's going to tell me to publish my land, it's going to connect it to my wallet, and then it's going to tell me where to kind of publish this thing. You can see how big it is. It's going to highlight my land in red, so as you guys red. Kind of almost fit it here, if not, you can kind of fit it this area here. If I switch around, bang, if I put it here, then suddenly whatever I have uploaded here that you saw will be uploaded in Decentraland here. So I think just because of the ease of how that can be done, like me not knowing anything about building you can simply go to a place like Sketchfab. There's also Metazone. So Metazone is a product by the Block Runner, right? And they have a similar thing, obviously not as big, but basically people have been uploading scenes or full games, animations, houses here. And when you purchase these houses, you put your wallet address there, and they'll upload it onto your land. It's the same type of thing. So imagine a direct integration with Sketchfab and Decentraland. There's so many people that need within the last 24 hours alone, with the thousands of dollars that people have spent on digital land. That looks like this. So when you log in, these are the roads, the squiggly gray lines that you see in the top left of the map. And suddenly all this green land is populated something like you see so much of it is undeveloped. It's completely undeveloped because a lot of investors that have put money into Decentraland don't really know how to build. And I think that's the challenge for Decentraland to solve. How do we get content onto this land when the landowners don't build? And part of that is making these sort of buildings accessible. So the SDK does take things to another level and create interactive. But people like me aren't going to dabble in SDK. And Metazone does a really good, it provides a really good solution where they build the games themselves. Those games deploy them on your land. So meantime, as more developers get involved and not only build games, but galleries and more interactive scenes, cool scenes that you can purchase and deploy on your land, there's going to be a lot more interactivity. Like they alone have earned like 500,000 mana plus, which back when mana was 4 cents plus 4 to 5 cents when they were earning that sort of money. When they reported that would be like 25,000 USD, right? Within like 2 to 3 weeks. So that sort of buy volume for Metazone was amazing. So it shows you what the potential would be if you are offering this sort of 3D modeling capability, and if this sort of integrates into Decentraland, then hell yeah, I'm going to buy this. Especially if you can kind of write these things, like you write animators or have them animate them yourself. So say you put this onto your land, you purchase around it. Maybe it'll be simple to make to get you to kind of mount it. Maybe you can make it walk around and attack things. Maybe those kind of features will be made easy, so we can create cool blowing out games by dragging and dropping. Yeah, I do think it's going to take a while to get to that level, but the purpose of this video was just to highlight how important the need for some sort of an integration with a project like Sketchfab would be with something like Decentraland. I personally feel like perfect match. Decentraland right now is barren land. It has $25 million worth of investment in it. A lot of land that doesn't really have much to do. There are some really, really cool things, and if I were to shout out one of them, it would be things like this awesome club that we all want to do. My favorite club, probably the first one, Sugar Club. You can go in there, listen to some music, dance off, do all kinds of stuff. That was custom built, and but like I said, people like me that are taking to learn my skill set within Decentraland, or my skill set in I guess NFT is marketing. That's what I know what to do, or how to invest. I know how to put content out there. I know how to bring eyeballs, business, network, and build that sort of a value project. But I can't do the work that requires them to, well, within, like mine is more macro scale, more kind of back end, but in terms of the front facing, whatever content wise, like I don't really provide any value. So there needs to be some sort of a mix of those sort of services that Decentraland can kind of get together and integrate. But there's so many cool things that you can do on that. Sketchfab is a place where artists can upload all sort of sorts of art, kind of like an art store for people that can model. Like you can have even architects, so you can have like something like a building, things like homes, houses, structures. You can download these straight onto the land. So a lot of these you got to buy, which is fine. But some of these they have licenses where you can actually use them within the world, and I think as long as you attribute them, I'll have to double check this with Sketchfab, but as long as you attribute them, and let's see, Cyberpunk. I think when Decentraland can support this sort of quality uploads, when they kind of relax on their quality limits, then look how easily this can populate this sort of an integration. Even if 3D modelers want to go there, and we do know that art is a big deal in the NFT space. You can imagine if these start to get turned into NFTs and sold, suddenly there's a whole creator momentum happening within Decentraland, within the NFT ecosystem as a whole. And I think like people that can build these sorts of models and things, at the end of the day, they're not just 3D developers, they come from gaming backgrounds and gaming networks. They're going to build that sort of, they're going to bring those sort of communities to Decentraland. So I'm hoping there is some sort of an integration of the two. I personally don't think Decentraland blogger from a people and artists feel that there's value in that sort of integration. Fact that people like me download and integrate this sort of animation. It's so cool. You just jump right in, have like flying phoenixes, dragons, the dragon at the top there. You'll probably see my Twitter post. I want your stupid love. Just a marketplace. The land market doesn't provide more opportunity for artists to make money with whatever they can build. That sort of an ecosystem, especially if the kind of outside of the center and the bigger Ethereum ecosystem get involved and start including it's gonna blow up. Anyway, that's a few thoughts of mine just on where the value lies in this sort of an integration system. The future of like getting content created within the ecosystem.
Alright everybody, come on down, pump up the bass. Pump up the bass. Come on now and pump up the bass, yeah. Come on and pump up the bass. Everybody pump up the bass. Come on and pump up the bass. Now I'm gonna show you how to do when you're gonna do just like that, yeah baby. Well, I'm gonna show you how to do when you're gonna do just like that. Now first I show you, and then you show me, and then we got everything that we need. Cause then I know you can do what I can do, and then I can go and do something else, cause I don't want to do this shit anymore, cause you can do it. No, that's what it's like when you're like training someone at like work or something like that, and it's like, alright, now I'm gonna show you how to do something. Okay, now you're gonna show me and like prove to me that you can do it, and then I'm gonna be like, alright, now that I know you can do it, I'm gonna go and do something else. I didn't want anyone to think that I didn't want to be playing this game, 'cause this game is
pretty fun. You can also check out Turbo Squid.
Yo, what up everybody? Let's go ahead and jump right into this. We're gonna go and skip. We're gonna go ahead and skip the junction today. We're gonna start off with the desk. So what are we gonna do today? We gotta do some running. We got to do some jumping. There's so many people that are just not playing.
A couple of game controllers, but I'd like to turn it into something a little bit different. I think it would be cool to use as a base to make a hangout place for gamers. Instead of being part of a living room, I'd like to change the colors and textures to
Is where it's at. Yeah. Because why is this such a cool game? Because you can make money at this game. Didn't you know you can make money at this game? How do you do that? Well, let me tell you. All you gotta do is play, and then you can earn some NFTs. And then if you are ever so interested in selling them, I don't like selling all my NFTs, but I have sold some of my NFTs. You just check out the marketplace. If you don't know the marketplace, check it out, because it's worth your time, worth checking out. And all you gotta do is just go ahead and sell some, and then you can buy some, and then you can like sell some. Like, imagine if you had like a whole bunch of Blankos and you wanted to get some accessories, then you can like sell a couple Blankos, and then you can get all the accessories that you wanted. You know what I mean? And then you can kind of save your money for whatever you want, really. It's like your choice, like how you want to customize. It's just another way to, like, instead of having like a whole bunch of items that you don't want, maybe get rid of a few. And then if you do that, then maybe you can get some stuff you do want. So it's not about like making money, it's about like better customizing. And being able to like eliminate old things. It's like, I don't know, having a yard sale. Yard sales. Get rid of all the old junk. And yeah, we all want to get rid of old junk, so right on. Finally got one. Oh, nice. Nice.
So if you have it here, you can drag it straight in.
Yo, what up, everybody? Let's go ahead and jump right into this. We're gonna go and skip. We're gonna go ahead and skip.
Okay. First thing I like to do is to give myself an idea of the actual size I have. So let's say we're creating something for one parcel. So let's add a cube whose boundaries are the same size as the parcel. And this will just help us scale and visualize things as we go along. I'm only giving it a height of 6 meters. We could go quite a lot higher with that in one parcel, but it's not necessary for this example. I'm going to remove 2 walls and the ceiling, and now we have a little room that we can use as a basis for our game cafe. I'm going to put this room in a new collection called New, and move it in there. Okay, now let's delete this file name. Let's have a look at the information that we have at the moment. We've got just over 4,000 triangles in the scene at the moment, and I'd like to fit 4 of these layouts into one parcel. To do that and stay within the triangle limitations, we need to reduce the amount of polygons in the scene by about half, and then optimize the textures. It may look like there aren't many different textures and materials, and there aren't actually any textures at all, but there are a lot of materials. Each of these items has its own material.
I ain't felt this good in a minute. Own it. I ain't tryna rent it. It feel like it's third down. So I'ma stiff arm like I'm Emmitt Smith. Yeah, I'm going in, baby. Yeah, I'm tryna win, baby. Yeah, you know the biz, baby. Yeah, you know the biz, baby. The way we win, it ain't fair. But ask, do I care? Yeah, that's right. On the left side, on the right side. Put your hands way in the sky. On the right side, on the left side. Do what you came to do. Here we go. I'ma just do my thing, do my thing, do my thing. I'ma just live my life, live my life, live my life. I'ma do what I want. Yeah, that's right, yeah, that's right. I'ma just do my thing, do my thing, do my thing.
Play different games, like some of the arcade games that are being made at the moment. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why it's really important to save on resources, because it means you can combine an interesting design with great functionality at the same time. So the first thing we're going to do is remove the triangle.
Diferentes modos. Hay varios modos actualmente. Está el modo shooter o el modo de disparar. Ya saben, aquella típica modo de juego en donde tendremos una pistola, tendremos que matar a los demás. Tenemos un modo carrera en donde tendremos que correr y tratar de llegar de primeros. En otros casos podremos volar, podremos saltar, podremos hacer diferentes cosas. Otro de los modos que tenemos es uno bastante bueno y se conoce como coleccionar las vibras. Las vibras van a ser unos pequeños rayitos que vas a ver por todos los mapas o por todos sitios. Y en este tipo de modo se trata de quien coleccione más vibras va a ganar esa partida, o esto es conocido como una fiesta. Vamos a estar viendo acá el trailer de lo que es el juego para que tengan una idea un poco más visual de lo que es este tipo de juego. Como se los he dicho, de verdad el juego está buenísimo y es el único AAA. Vamos a ver el trailer. Miren cómo empieza el trailer. Vemos todos los blancos. Vemos cómo saltan, disparan, vuelan, hacen diversa cantidad de cosas. Y de verdad el mundo es sumamente grande. Podemos simplemente compartir con nuestros amigos esto que están haciendo allí. Eso es construir. Los usuarios construyen los mapas que nosotros los jugadores jugamos, así que también va a incluir muchas partes aportadas por la comunidad. Tenemos emotes, los podemos mantener en la caja, como se puede ver allí. Y de verdad el juego está sumamente bueno. Se los recomiendo a todos para que lo chequen. De igual manera, en la descripción de este video les estaré dejando los links para todas las páginas, para Blankos y para otra página bastante importante que es blankosjunction.com. En la página web podemos ver al final, haciendo scroll a la parte más baja, podemos ver que es Blankos Block Party. Blankos Block Party es un vibrante juego multijugador de mundo abierto con el estilo de una fiesta de bloques gigante, con un enfoque en el arte y diseño personalizados, la construcción y exploración y la curación y colección de sus blancos únicos y raros. Como ya les dije, es un mundo abierto. Los usuarios aportan bastante al ser quienes diseñan los mapas que vamos a estar jugando, y los blancos van a ser muñecos coleccionables, así que el juego está sumamente bueno. Estaremos listando algunas de las cosas más importantes de este juego, y la cosa principal que me atrajo o llamó mi atención de este proyecto es la facilidad para la adquisición. Se acabó ese problema de Metamask, de running, de ir a Binance, de volver a KuCoin, de comprar en Gemini, de tratar de comprar Bitcoin en Cash App y de no saber por dónde empezar. Este juego es tan fácil como visitar el marketplace o la tienda y utilizar tu tarjeta de crédito o débito, y tan fácil como eso se concretó tu compra. Así que esto es el principal plus que le veo a este juego. Este juego es free to play. El juego no necesita que tú hagas una compra inicial para poder jugarlo. A diferencia de todos aquellos juegos donde lo principal que quieren es obtener dinero de ti, en este no pasa eso. Te permiten ganar, pero te van a recompensar de acuerdo vayas completando los retos. Así que podrás ganar dinero si inviertes tiempo jugando. Otra cosa sumamente buena es que nuestros blancos van a retener el valor o el tiempo que invirtamos en ellos. Es decir, cada vez que nuestro blanco sube de nivel, eso va a quedar grabado en el blockchain, y cuando nuestro blanco se venda va a ser un nivel más alto, por lo que su valor será más alto. Esto es sumamente importante e interesante. Otra cosa importante es que como este es un juego AAA o un juego bastante grande, va a consumir o requerir bastante de nuestras computadoras. Lo primero que va a requerir es sistema operativo Windows 10, CPU Intel Core i7 y tarjeta de video mínimo Nvidia GTX 660 o AMD Radeon HD 7870. También va a necesitar 8 GB de RAM, por lo que este juego no va a ser para todas las personas. Por el momento este juego está disponible solo en computadora. Escuché que se tiene ya un trato preparado para promocionar este juego en Amazon Prime Gaming. Esto será sumamente grande, ya que Amazon Prime Gaming debe tener una gran base de usuarios. Para jugar este juego simplemente tienes que ir a la página de blankos.com, descargarte el juego como tal y crear una cuenta. De igual manera, por crear una cuenta en este momento te van a estar regalando un par de NFTs, que son algunos accesorios para que uses en tu blanco. El marketplace ya está abierto, en donde también podrás comprar y vender todo este tipo de NFTs. Podrás comprar blancos y vender los accesorios, vender y comprar consumibles. Así que de verdad es sumamente bueno que, si quisieran chequear este juego, chequen la descripción del video. Les estaré dejando links para todas las cosas que ustedes necesitan saber. Pero de verdad aprovechen este momento, ya que somos unos adoptadores iniciales. He escuchado en una charla con los desarrolladores que se están hablando de 50.000 a 70.000 usuarios mensualmente. Así que imagínense empezar a obtener estos pequeños blancos o estas pequeñas piezas, de las cuales solo habrán 3.000, 4.000 copias. Cuando la población llegue a un par de millones, esto va a ser bastante poco, por lo que realmente considero que este tipo de blancos y este tipo de coleccionables o NFTs van a crecer en valor de manera exponencial. Esto ha sido todo por hoy, amigos. Espero que este video haya sido de su agrado. De verdad es un placer tenerlos acá. No olviden usar la sección de los comentarios si les quedó alguna duda o si ustedes conocen algún otro proyecto NFT el cual vale la pena observar o invertir. Y de verdad, amigos, cuento con su ayuda. Por favor, destruyan ese botón de me gusta para poder seguir produciendo contenido de este tipo. Muchas gracias, amigos, y que estén muy bien.
Voy a enseñar cómo desbloquearlas todas para que podáis acceder, ¿vale? Así que vamos al lío. Y nada, pues en el momentito ya que hagas el tutorial, que es muy facilito, te lleva unos minutitos nada más. Ya entramos aquí en esta especie de lobby. Aquí ya podemos empezar a hacer cositas, obviamente. Lo que tenéis que saber, muy importante, gente, que este juego, por muy ñoño que parezca, por muy simplón que parezca, consume bastante gráfica. O sea, que mucha gente, sobre todo gente que tenga un portátil bastante medianito, bastante simplón, muy posiblemente no le vaya a servir. Reúne muchas cositas de muchos juegos, que eso lo hace pues muy interesante. Hay que hacer misiones, obviamente. Esto hay que ir cogiéndolo, que de hecho te va diciendo para dónde tienes que ir. A mí me está diciendo ahora mismo que hable con el gran papi, ¿vale? Para ir haciendo misiones. Aquí ya entramos a lo que es el primer mapa, podríamos decir, aunque esto hay más mapas. Este es el gran papi. Hablamos con él. Otra cosa muy importante es que no se puede cambiar el idioma. O sea que esto te lo tienes que tragar en inglés sí o sí. No hay posibilidad de cambiarlo. Y vale, pues aquí tenemos a este NPC. Luego aquí bueno, me dice que me va a dar una misión especial. Aquí pues nos vamos a ir ahora por este portal, ¿vale? Bueno, aquí en la parte derecha veis el tema de los rayos, que he cogido 100 rayitos. Si os habéis dado cuenta, he cogido, ¿vale? Mucho. Y tengo 100, ¿vale? Luego tengo dos habilidades. Una que es la E para dar un golpe, y otra es la carrera rápida, que es esta, ¿vale? Con el Shift. Pero tenéis que tener cuidado cuando la activéis porque consume estrellitas, ¿veis? De 100 ha bajado a 82. Pero bueno, nosotros nos vamos para acá. La forma ya sabéis que es ir haciendo misiones si queréis obtener recompensa, si queréis ir ganando muchas cosas para luego canjearlas por NFT, para canjearlas por accesorios nuevos, para combinar los blancos con otros blancos. Se pueden hacer un montón de cosas, ¿vale? Bueno, aquí me dice que completemos esta zona, que cojamos los neones, pues vamos a cogerlo. El espacio, si le damos 2 veces, hace un doble salto. Y nada, pues después de esto vamos de nuevo otra vez a hablar con el NPC de Gran Papi, que ahora pues me dirá que tengo que buscar a otro NPC. Vale, ahora nuestro amigo Gran Papi me dice que hable con este otro NPC. Vamos para allá. Este otro NPC que está aquí. Le volvemos a dar la E para interactuar. Hablamos con él. Y este muchacho lo que me va a decir es que pulsemos este botoncito que tenemos aquí. ¿Y esto qué va a hacer? Pues desbloquear lo que decía antes. Otro mapa que vamos a poder ir ya del tirón, ¿vale? No tenemos que esperar a hacer ningún tipo de misión ni hacer nada. Lo vamos a tener ya disponible desde ya. Este es el mapanista nuevo, que mola un puñado. Está muy chulo. Ahí ya se me abre el puentecito que me va a permitir irme para allá. Ahí veis. Y ya lo tenemos totalmente accesible para seguir haciendo muchas más cosas. Bien, fijaros en el letrero que dice tienda. Nosotros vamos a avanzar. Da lo mismo, ¿vale? Cualquiera de los dos caminos. Vamos a coger este. Aquí tenemos otro en el PC que tenemos que hablar con la E. Y ahora vamos a utilizar este cañón. Pues nada, salimos. Sí, utilizamos el cañón. Bueno, ahora lo que nos está diciendo es que vengamos a entregar el paquete a Gran Papi. Así que nosotros venimos y entregamos el paquete a Gran Papi. Muy bien. Y completado. Estupendo, muy bien. Aquí aparece otra vez Shaman, que nos va a dar otra serie de instrucciones. Y este Shaman nos dice que nos metamos aquí. He empezado a tope, ¿eh? Muy bien. You win. Dark Streamer Jig. Ahí tengo mi cadenita de blancos. Puesto one. 52 segundos. La he bordado. Voy subiendo de nivel. La barrita no se ve mucho. Estoy en nivel 3, pero la barrita se va aumentando, aunque no se vea bien. Vale, me vuelve a decir que hablemos con Gran Papi. Pues nos venimos a hablar con él. Vuelve aquí a salir Shaman. Ahora nos está diciendo otra cosita que tenemos que hacer ahora. Que nos está diciendo que tenemos que activar otro switch. Pues vamos al lío. Os digo ahora mismo lo que tenéis que hacer. Os tenéis que venir aquí, ¿vale? Dejar que salte, que bote. Y aquí veis. Está claro, ¿no? Nos lo pone bastante bien, en rosita. Y ahora con esto se va a habilitar, fijaros, otra parte, otro mapa nuevo. Y tenemos que venir a hablar con ese NPC que aparece por ahí. Pues nada, vamos a ello, ¿no? Nos venimos por aquí. Encontrar a Willow. Y nos lo marcan con un rayo verde vertical. Y ese montón encima mío está colgado. Aquí vamos a darle turbo a esto. Turbo. Y aquí encontramos a nuestro coleguita. Le damos a la E. A Willow. Vale, ahora me dice que pulsemos la Q. Tengo una nueva skill. Y completado. Y ahora pues me dice que otra vez usemos el cañón para volver al principio. Y nos metamos en la party. Pues nada, como nos dice Willow, nos vamos a meter en nuestro cañón, que tenéis siempre que tener cuidado de cómo aterrizáis, porque fijaros el golpe que se da al muñequito, como no lo hagáis suave y se queda noqueado. Y ahora pues como veis ahí arriba, vamos a hacer la party que nos ha dicho Willow, tenemos que hacerla. Y ahora pues lo que vamos a hacer es que vamos a hacer una carrerita con otros usuarios, que yo lo que voy a hacer, ¿vale? Bueno, lo típico, esperando jugadores. Yo esto lo voy a aligerar, ¿vale? Voy a cortarlo también para que no se haga tan largo. Y ahora en el momentito que acabemos esta party, volvemos a hablar con Willow. Y bien, ahora en este momento pues lo que va a hacer es que os va a mostrar la opción de Shell, que aquí es donde nosotros vamos a poder organizar y ver todo tipo de habilidades, skills, que aquí lo más recomendable es darle todo para adelante, ok, ¿vale? Pero el Shell es lo que nos va a mostrar aquí. Y ahora me desvela, o más bien me dice que tengo que ir a...
Really think I can, and I'll be honest with you, it's similar to the Jets. I realized, I'm like, why do I love this so much?
It's Game Pass as PC game season here at Bobby Waski's Game Pass Emporium. Our virtual shelves are bursting with PC games, action games, adventure games, action and adventure games, racing games, strategy games, all for your personal computer. Get all your favorites and the biggest games on day one, all with PC Game Pass. Log on in and get your first 3 months for just $1. Game Pass has PC games.
Did you know that people shop across Google more than 1 billion times a day? In fact, Google is the first place shoppers go to discover a new item or product. Be there for every shopping journey with Google. In just a few steps, you can add your products for free, promote them to reach even more customers, and measure the impact of every sale. Start selling with Google today and reach shoppers looking to buy products just like yours.
Trying to make defense a cultural, intellectual property, trying. Just like trying to buy the Jets is like so fun for me. It's built out of curiosity, tests. Do I have it? Can I? It's like, it's fun. So to me, success will be that I went out and actually did it and became one of the few and definitely one of the first to stand up a meaningful pop culture, intellectual property from the ground of an NFT platform, the way Angry Birds did from an iPhone game, the way that Pokemon did from a card game, the way that Harry Potter did from a book.
Awesome. Yeah, I agree, by the way, with the in-game comparisons. I think that's one way to frame all this that has been a little bit lost, that a lot more people can understand. You know, I even mentioned Kim Kardashian, K-Coins. I think that's an early analogy that makes a lot of sense, you know? People who asked mom and dad for the credit card to buy rewards in that game. Same kind of thing.
100%. I mean, we're gonna have a lot of things that are gonna make people uncomfortable. People are gonna sell shares of their future earnings. There's gonna be a lot of things that are gonna happen, and I remind people, especially if you're listening to this podcast, by nature, you're more innovative, you're more open-minded, you're more curious. Like, who's listening right now to this, right? You are that person. No is a very different answer than let me think this through and then have an opinion. And that, in that delta, because trust me, and you see it, man, and I think you have a good radar for this, there's a lot of things that are not exciting about how humans are acting right now with this gold rush. It was one of the reasons I was excited to stand up this project. I feel like I could create a framework that could be replicated in a better way. And I think, you know, but don't let the very minimal percentage of people that are bad and looking for very selfish greed moves cloud you in the macro of so much good. And I think our society has a lot of fear based in it, right? Like one person has a bad situation at a mall because of MySpace, and then the news pumps it, and then people didn't want, like that kind of stuff, right? So like, I think there's a lot of good here, and I think there's incredible humanity. I've met so many people in the community, OGs in the NFT space, in the crypto space, and just creative, curious, thoughtful, smart, innovative. Like, there's just so much stuff that you can't even imagine is about to happen in the next 10 years, and being close to it is a huge mistake if you plan on living in the world.
I like to say, Gary, the tech is agnostic.
It is.
So you can point to use cases you don't like, you can point to crime, hackers asking for ransom in Bitcoin, or you can point to the social good and the examples of helping people. The tech itself is agnostic.
I think that's right, Dan. I really genuinely do. And I think the tech is blockchain, and all these blockchains that are popping up is the dismissive, or by the way, blindly ambitious the other way. Like you gotta find that equilibrium. And I'm speaking with massive hyperbole. The Smurfs and Scooby-Doo are some of the biggest intellectual properties of all time. But it doesn't temper my ambition and my enthusiasm. On the flip side, I am far from confused after my 20 years of operating how much work, how much effort, how many really smart decisions I have to make to even begin to sniff that level of success. But I'm up for it and I'm excited to see, and if not, I'll be the first to be like, look, I didn't have it.
We'll just have to talk again in 20 years and see where the NFT space is.
I like that, Dan. I wish you a lot of success. Congrats on this. YouTube watcher, what's up? It's Gary Vee. First of all, thank you so much. I hope you're doing super well during these times. I also want to ask you, please subscribe, because my commitment and exploration of YouTube is about to explore stories, polls, more content, more engagement, more surprising delight. This is the time to subscribe. I hope you consider it, and I hope I see you soon. Marketing for the now, marketing for the now, marketing for the now, marketing for the now. 10 minutes, 12 remarkable guests for 2 hours answering a singular important question.
Are you ready, Gary?
What do you think?
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Marketing for the Now 2.0. Gary, it sounds like you were ready before. Are you ready now to just dive right in?
I like how that video ended, because like literally when you asked me there and that was the video part, I literally sat here while taking care of a client issue on Andrea and said, I'm always ready. And then
you are always ready.
I am ready. And the lineup, kudos to you and the team. Today's a remarkable day. Hello, everybody. I know we're streaming these on all my channels, so let me say what's up to the Vayner Nation. Very, very fast paced the way I like it, off of something very specific. You can see this up here right now, the question of the day. Andrea, I don't know if there's anything else you want to do, get the intros going, but I know this is going to be massively rapid fired and I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, you got that right. The only thing is we'd love for everybody to chime on in with any kinds of questions. So hashtag marketing for the now. And we're going to just jump right in. First up, we've got none other than Kevin O'Leary. He's not only the star of ABC's Shark Tank, he's an active photographer, a watch collector, guitarist, and author of 3 #1 best-selling books. Welcome, Kevin.
Great to be here. Thank you so much.
Kevin, it's a real pleasure to have you here. First of all, how have you done through this pandemic, both on a personal level and maybe a macro, kind of like a business level? Because this pandemic has created a lot of winners and a lot of losers. It's been very all over the place. You have a vast portfolio. How are you? And then comment, how is your business doing?
Well, Gary, that is the question for everybody in America today. You're right, there are winners and losers. But, personally, I'm adjusting just like you are to living the world in digital ways. Every day, I communicate as we are right now. All of my companies, I have over 50 portfolio companies now, have gone through this incredible transition to what I call the digital pivot, America 2.0. The ones that have survived, first of all, we've gone through this 7 months now, have been able to tell a story online, shift to direct-to-consumer sales, become very proficient at logistics, and have been able to just take away what they lost from retail sales and sold it direct to customers. So in this crazy outcome that I could have never foreseen, 80% of the portfolio, even though revenues are down, are actually actually ahead of free cash flow forecasts. Why? Because they've gone from just doing 10% direct to consumer to doing 40 to 50% direct to consumer at almost 100% gross margin, and they've saved their companies. Now, the ones in travel, the ones in entertainment, the movie theater businesses, the wedding
Live
industry,
events.
the live event stuff, I'm sorry, they're going to zero, and that's 20% of my portfolio. But 80%, that's fantastic. They're going to make it.
So let's frame up the question that this whole show is going to be about, and we have an incredible lineup starting with you. Where is the customer's attention? How do you synthesize that question and what it means?
Well, never in our lives, Gary, have we had the opportunity to have such a captive customer. They are sitting at home just like you and I are. They are looking to be entertained, communicated with. They are willing and able to purchase products and services, but they want it done conveniently and delivered directly to them. They are not going to go get it anymore. This is the digitization of America in a very fast way. And what I've learned, and this is really binary, I used to have this joke, Gary. I used to tell people, well, what career should you have? And I'd say, well, there's 3 careers if you're going to go to college and invest in yourself: engineering, engineering, and engineering. But now, you know who I'm hiring? Story writers, videographers, photographers, editors. I'm having to compete all around the world. I'm hiring some people in Israel and Italy and France to cut video because all of my companies are telling stories on their websites. And so we have now empowered a whole new generation of artists who are doing phenomenally well, but I would have never guessed. Storytelling, direct communications with your customer, compelling them to watch that 19, 20, 39, 49-second video that communicates what your product or service is what the successful companies are doing. And we are spending millions of dollars doing this business.
Obviously, because of Dragon's Den and then Shark Tank, you have a personal brand. How have you, the human, because you're talking, obviously, as you can imagine, I'm listening to the first 5 minutes of this conversation. I've been spending the last 11 years building a communications Death Star to do everything you just talked about, because I basically believe that the internet is going to squeeze the middle. Everything was going to be direct to consumer, whether that's OTT or e-commerce, and that the ability to storytell and run the arbitrage and the distributions was actually the game. So I like those chess moves of how they played out to me. I'm curious, because I'm sure a lot of people who are watching are curious right now. What about you yourself within social media? Have you, in these 9 months, because I'm sure you've been busy helping, mentoring, I'm sure you are constantly on calls with entrepreneurs of 50 plus businesses. But what about you and your own personal brand? Have you picked up a platform? Have you started to use LinkedIn from a content standpoint? Have you downloaded TikTok? Where are you the man? You the shark? You the people? Where do you sit personally right now with social or content creation? Whether first party, because you grab the phone and do it, or whether you live a little bit of the game I play. D-Rock ironically is here for the first time in 7 months. Have somebody producing for you. You the personal brand. What's the production around that, if anything?
Gary, you are the role model for guys like me. You got it right. You guessed it right. The middle did get squeezed out. There's no question. And I really got involved in social about 2.5 years ago, and I hired a team of producers, editors, and storytellers to work within my own production company, Leary Productions. And what I learned, and this is the paramount, maybe I'll give you credit for this, because certainly watching you cannot bullshit people. You can't lie to them. You have to be totally transparent, whether that's good, bad, or ugly. You gotta tell the truth. That is what a personal brand is built on.
Yeah.
The minute, it's almost like the analogy I use, and I teach this stuff now. I'm here in Boston. I used to do lectures in person, but now I do them virtually at Harvard and MIT and Temple and Notre Dame. And I talk about this stuff primarily to graduating cohorts of business students and engineers about entrepreneurship. It's like dating. When you fall in love and you meet somebody and you're just empowered by that magic moment. And I draw this analogy all the time. It's so wonderful, and everybody should fall in love with whoever it's going to be. But then as time passes, things change. And maybe a year or two later, you're thinking about cheating, okay? And you do. Now, you have a decision to make after you've done that. Do you tell the truth to your significant other, or do you keep it a secret? And here's why I bring it up for business. You're going to get caught. 100% of the time when you cheat, you're going to get caught. because you didn't tell the truth, your significant other can never look at you the same again. You've lost 50% of the equity in that relationship forever. It may not break up. You may go on, but it will never be the same.
Yeah, and
in business, the first time you lie to your customers, your constituencies, your shareholders, you lose 50% of the equity forever. Better to tell the truth and take the hit.
And the ownership and transparency and intent around the I'm sorry. That's absolutely right, everything out of your mouth, comma. There's also the half pregnant sorry, and there's the real sorry. And I think corporations, the standards in which people want from companies is completely impossible for most companies. They may be good at the environment, but they're bad at wages. They may companies are a convoluted animal just like people. And this thought that you don't understand how to say sorry when you're trying to fix something, people would rather dance, look over there, a bird, instead of owning it. And to your point, in that lack of apology creates more damage sometimes than even the event itself.
Yes, I mean, that's exactly it. And I tell all my CEOs now, look, do not lie to the customers. Don't lie to your employees. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to anybody, your shareholders even. Take the pain, take the hit. Admit the mistake you made, and you will build a relationship, particularly with customers. What we're learning online is if you have a direct relationship with a customer and you're honest with them and you tell them, hey, the product's going to be delayed, or sorry, you got a bad product, we'll replace it, we'll give you your money back, whatever it is, that communication ends up being very, very valuable over time. Those customers stay loyal. We've learned that 100-fold in our companies now. And now we're across the portfolio, we're now at 48% direct of revenue to customers. That's magic, Gary. That's friggin' magic. That's 100% gross margin business.
One of the, we've run out of time, we're gonna move on. We really appreciate your time. But one of the fun topics in the chess game of what you're talking about is channel conflict for the people that still rely on a lot of business from retail, as retail's watching them go around them. And that is gonna be interesting battles of the next decade in business.
Let's talk about that next time, my friend. Thank you so much.
Take care, Kevin.
Bye-bye.
Andrea.
Thanks, Kevin. Next up, we've got Jim Stengel. Jim was previously the beloved global CMO of P&G. He's now an industry icon, CEO of his own company, host of the CMO podcast, author and speaker, and friend. Welcome, Jim.
Thank you, Andrea. Good to see you. Hi, Gary.
I knew there had to be a better and